earlier today that I was going to get a chance to speak to my good friend and a respected colleague, Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Anderson is the author of the books Powernomics, Black Labor, White Wealth, The Black History Reader, Dirty Little Secrets, and a lot of other books that you should take a look at. The website for those books is powernomics.com. So let me begin by asking my friend, Dr. Anderson, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. I can't complain anymore. I'm better off than a lot of people that I've heard about recently, and people I knew that a lot of them have passed on to another world. So I'm still above ground.
All right. Well, you know what? We are glad that you're here, and I know you're going to live forever. That's a given in my mind. I already know that's going to happen. You're secured in immortality. Dr. Anderson, I want to ask you. I know a lot of Black folks have been wanting to hear from you because this country is going through a crazy and confusing time. A lot of chaos happening all throughout the United States. A lot of political shenanigans going down. And so I don't know exactly where to begin, except, first of all, to tell everybody, please greet Dr. Anderson. Just say hello. Let him know how much you appreciate him. Let him know how much you love him. And also hit the thumbs up button so that we can build Black media because we know Black media is more important than ever, especially given that there's so much censorship going on and things like that. So, Dr. Anderson, from where you stand, I know you live in D.C., not too far from the Capitol, and also you are in our community. What are you seeing right now in terms of what's going on in media and everything else?
Well, I see something that is that I predicted about in my books, specifically in the Black History Reader. I talked about all these various things arriving, and I've made, I guess, thousands of predictions in my 60 years in domestic politics and international politics, and I'm just, let me pat myself on the back to say about 97% of all the predictions I made came true, and on your show, I guess in November, December, and January, I talked about the four horses of the apocalypse, what that meant in the Bible. And we're in the sort of the final days according to the Bible, and I don't want to give any spiritual ceremonies right now, sermons, but we're right now into the four horses of the apocalypse. And John was going to be a white horse, then the brown horse, then the black horse, then the red horse, and I went through all four of those things. But right now, the last horse is the red horse, and if you can really understand what's going on now with the in the civil society, you have to somehow relate it back to the Bible. And in that regards, we talked about the red horse. Most Blacks don't know what the red horse was, Dr. Watt, because that's the problem. And I keep telling myself, look, you got to remember all those symbols you see now on TV, and then it's trying to tell you that it's the red horse is here. I said, first of all, you look at the map. You just went through an election back in November, the 1st of November. And you had what kind of states that you have on the map on the comparative voting patterns across the United States. What blocks did you see in there? What color were those blocks?
Red. I mean, well, those red and blue.
Red and blue. Okay. So the whole solid South was what color?
Red.
Okay. So red. So now your red horse is here. And see, that's not something that's accidental. Nothing happens in our society by accident. Most of these things are caused. They are purposeful. And they're brought by a chain reaction between various conditions in the society and people in politics. So you got these red states that are dominating, and the black. And how many Blacks do you think they know about those red states? What are those red states? What were they?
What were the red states?
Yeah.
You talking about just in the South, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, stuff like that.
On the map, on the national map, what are the red states?
I guess the states from the Confederacy. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot. I don't mean to do that. I'm just
okay.
Exchange going with you. But those red states symbolize the Southern Confederacy.
Right.
Those are the same red states that have tried twice before in the history to overthrow this country and succeed and become dominant. That's what they came for. That's what they originated from going all the way back through history. They started that all the way back since the Revolutionary War. They wanted to dominate the society, dominate the American society for a very specific reason.